Student Services is the first place you should call if you have a question, especially if you're a current or former student of Portage Learning. If you have a question about your course, you want to talk to your professor. If you have a question about anything else, come to Student Services.
Hey Josh, can you just make sure to mention how to reach us?
Well, if you call us between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, you will be able to get connected to a Student Services specialist who can answer any question that you have at that time. If we don't pick up the phone, we just ask that you leave us a message. We're probably on the line with someone else, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours after you leave your message. If you're not sure where to find Student Services, go to portagelearning.edu and you'll find our information on the website. I was calling back one of our Portage Learning students and I said, Portage Learning Student Services, this is Josh. He responded to that with,
Of course it is.
and he said that he'd been trying to get in touch with his home institution for over a week to answer a question, and that he left us a message earlier that day and that we'd gotten back to him. He was really surprised, and that story still kind of inspires me to this day because it makes me want to surprise students in a positive way with our level of care. Your professor will be assigned randomly, and usually will take about one business day for you to know who that's going to be. Portage Learning believes strongly that one-on-one instruction is important, and so we want to make sure that we get the right professor to fit your course. Our refund policy states that you have to be within 30 calendar days of your registration date, and also you can't have advanced past the first module exam. Your registration date is not the same thing as your course start date. The registration date is the date that you signed up online, and the course start date is the date that you began your first exam. If your refund is approved, you'll get it back within 7 to 10 business days, and it will be the full cost of tuition minus a $50 administrative fee. If you're thinking about withdrawing, call or email Student Services and we'll help walk you through the process. If you have questions about grading, the first place I would direct you is the course syllabus, which is available online for download. You can see lots of great details about the course and specific graded assignments for each individual course. There's a couple general rules that are important to know when it comes to grading exams. First, once you take an exam, your professor will have 72 hours, not including weekends or holidays, to provide feedback and put a grade on that exam. For all module exams, you're required to take a 48-hour break between when you take your last exam and before your next exam unlocks.
All you really need is a Windows or Mac system that is capable of running our Respondus lockdown. We use this to validate our testing environment and uphold academic integrity. You're going to need a webcam. This can be external or like built into your laptop, kind of whatever, just as long as you have one.
Whatever device you decide to use, it needs to be able to download Respondus Monitor, which is a third-party software. So it really can't be a loaned piece of technology from a library or a friend. You need to have those permissions. At Portage Learning, you can study on your phones, but you can't have it out for your exams. So, whether you're a Mac or a Windows user, make sure that whatever device you use is able to download Respondus Monitor. That's the third-party software that we use for all of our tests, so it's really important that it's compatible with your device. If you're wondering about what type of browser to use, we typically recommend Firefox, Chrome, or Microsoft Edge. Of course, the latest version. But maybe what's more important than the browser that you use is that you have a strong and secure internet connection.
If you're running into technical issues like slow internet or just hardware or software issues, and you have kids, maybe ask them to hop off the Wi-Fi for a little bit while you're taking an exam or while you're just going through the course, or if you have roommates, just ask them to hop off the video games for a little bit. It just takes an hour or so to finish your exam and then they can get back on. But if you're running into other like hardware or software issues, Google is a really helpful tool to resolve issues. But if Google doesn't help, you can shoot us a call and we'll help troubleshoot for you.
We do offer registration changes on a limited basis. You have to be within 6 months of your registration date, and you can't have gone past that first module exam. And it's a completely free courtesy thing, but we're only able to do it for you one time. As long as you're transferring from a 3-credit course to a different 3-credit course, or from a 4-credit course to a different 4-credit course, there's no additional charge. But it's a one-time courtesy that we extend to all of our Portage Learning students.
You can request your transcript through your student dashboard. So if you're not done with your course, you can request a proof of enrollment or unofficial. And once your course is completed and your final is graded, like you've received your final grade, you can request your official transcript.
Official transcripts can be sent electronically to your institution of choice or to a transcript processing center like CASPA or Nursing CAS. It usually takes 5 to 7 business days in order for your transcript request to be fulfilled, so make sure you give yourself plenty of time before your deadline.